Okay, let's dive right in. Picture this. You're hidden, maybe behind a column in the Vatican. It's late October, 1501. There's incense, sure, but something else too, something electric, almost dangerous in the air. You're about to see something truly shocking.
Yeah, and the really wild thing is this isn't some made-up story. We're talking about the infamous Banquet of Chestnuts, a real event hosted by Pope Alexander VI, Rodrigo Borgia, and his son, Cesare.
A pope hosting that kind of banquet.
Exactly, and we know about it because of, well, some incredible historical records. The main one is the diary of Johann Burchard. He was the Pope's own master of ceremonies.
Wow, talk about an inside source.
Right, it's this meticulous, almost chillingly matter-of-fact account, kept in the Vatican archives for centuries, like a hidden confession.
So here's what we're going to do for you in this deep dive.
Yeah.
We'll trace how Rodrigo Borgia even became Pope Alexander VI. We're talking about things like nepotism.
Putting family in high places.
Exactly, and simony.
Buying church offices, basically. We'll look at his, well, scandalous personal life, the mistresses, the kids, and then get right into what Burchard says happened on that specific night, All Hallows Eve, 1501. It's a shortcut, really, to a part of history that often gets, swept under the rug. Rodrigo Borgia's rise was quite something. He came from a powerful Spanish family, the Borgias. Borgias in Italian. His uncle becoming Pope Calixtus III. That was his launchpad. Made him a cardinal super young.
So the nepotism started early.
Oh, absolutely. And when he became Pope Alexander VI himself in 1492, he just, doubled down. His kids, Cesare, Lucrezia, others. He openly used the papacy to give them power, wealth, land. Cesare even quit being a cardinal to become a military leader.
Unbelievable. And Lucrezia's marriages were basically political chess moves, right?
Precisely. It was all about consolidating Borgia power across Italy. Burchard's diary really paints a picture of a papacy driven by worldly ambition, less spiritual guidance.
So Burchard's diary, our main source here. What else does it show about Alexander's time as pope, beyond just the family focus?
Well, Burchard presents this image of a papacy deep in power politics. Alliances, wars, managing territories, accumulating staggering wealth. Alexander was a skilled politician, no doubt, but his personal life was a constant contradiction to his role.
Mistresses, like Venanza de Catanei.
Yeah, she was the mother of Cesare and Lucrezia. It wasn't exactly secret. It showed a leader, prioritizing worldly gain, political strategy, over the supposed spiritual core of his office.
Which, I guess, leads us straight to the Banquet of Chestnuts. Even the name sounds strange. What did Burchard actually write down for October 31st, 1501?
It's starkly detailed. He notes Caesar Borgia hosted a supper, in the papal apartments, mind you, with Pope Alexander VI attending, and 50 honest courtesans, as Burchard puts it.
50, okay, and after dinner?
After dinner, he writes, candles were placed on the floor and chestnuts were scattered around them. Chestnuts. Then the courtesans, and apparently other guests too, had to crawl around naked between the candelabras, picking them up. Burchard even mentions prizes for sexual performance afterwards, with the Pope and Cesare watching.
It's just staggering to imagine the head of the church presiding over that, documented by his own staff. What was the fallout? Even if morals were different then, that had to have an impact.
It absolutely did, though perhaps not instantaneously explosive in the way we'd imagine now.
Yeah.
But connecting it to the bigger picture, this banquet became a symbol, right? A potent symbol of the corruption and moral laxity people saw in the church leadership under Alexander.
So it wasn't just a one-off scandal.
No, it fed into this growing wave of discontent. Think about it, this kind of behavior, the lavishness, the immorality.
Right.
It's perfect ammunition for critics. People like, say, Martin Luther, just a few years later. It helped fuel the arguments for the Protestant Reformation.
Right, the movement that challenged the Pope's authority and split Western Christianity.
Exactly. And eventually, that pressure forced the Catholic Church itself towards reform, towards things like the Council of Trent, trying to clean house and define doctrine more clearly. So these events, they had long-term seismic consequences.
It's incredible how Burchard's dry, almost bureaucratic tone captured such a raw moment, where the sacred and the utterly profane just smashed together, the candles are out, the people are gone, but the questions linger, don't they? About power, faith, human weakness.
They really do. So here's something to think about. We still see instances where power seems to corrupt, even those in positions of moral leadership. If you're trying to prevent that kind of fall from grace today, what kind of checks, what moral guardrails would you actually put in place? Alexander VI's story isn't just history. It's a warning that, well, still feels relevant.